in. Got the early smokes as usual. Gaimin Gladiators right off the bat, gonna throw out theirs. And on the other side, they match it eventually. Enigma not gonna join them. He's going elsewhere. Picking up the early buckler actually from the beginning. Interesting stuff there from Enigma. Huh.
Yeah, I'm curious about this one. That's not what you normally expect from Enigma for starting items, but maybe he's just got a different idea about how to play this. And where is he going to be going on Enigma? It's surely just you're expecting offlane, but maybe Hokori want to swap up some of these lanes and try to find some better matchups.
Yeah, hiding mid for the time being. Might need to be careful here as we got a bit of a wraparound from the Gaimin Gladiators. All 5 heroes unable to find anybody though, as Hokori actually had a very similar idea doing the same thing up on the top side of the map as the 4, so it ends up being no one finds each other. Classic.
Yeah, Hokori will come in and look for any mid lane wards maybe. They're going to get down early observer ward here just to get some extra vision and yep, maybe a bit of a fight over this top rune. Gladiators get some wards down and we'll see if they actually look to take this one.
Yeah, you have that punch hook. You always got to be worrying about that. In fact, there we go. There's the hook, the setup with the stun, and Rubik, he is dead. So Analog, you will love to see that on the Shadow Fiend.
You're just going to ditch the tiny?
Hokori, but
what is this?
Well, maybe. Yeah, no, he's fine, but man, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah, everyone was just like, oh, gotta go to my lanes. And Helicor's like, guys, hello?
Team?
Luckily, the CM was a bit of a bro and stuck around, but whew.
Yeah, Crystal made in the true support there.
Yeah. TP's
Right,
down
big
bottom.
start against Shadow Fiend with a kill.
Yeah, this Beastmaster's taking a lot of damage down bottom. They've got a hook too.
Oh no.
Aces actually gonna go down. Second Frostbite.
Wow.
What a start. I mean, usually you think of these CM lanes with like jugs and stuff, but Pudge is another hero that really benefits from the Frostbite for these kills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talk about an easy setup mid lane. Analog getting low. 8 stacks of that sticky napalm, but it's Analog low, or is it Boom that's low? Let the taunts start flowing in with the tips. What a turnaround in that mid lane.
Yeah, what a beast.
Oh, we got action.
Yeah. Talk about some of these players, it's been a long day for them, and that's where some of these little mistakes can happen. Like, you don't expect a solo kill in the mid lane this early on. SF coming out on top, the first Blood Gold obviously helping. He had a magic wand already to go along with his Fairy Fires and Mangoes, and yeah, he's going to get fast level 3, and then that's going to give him a big advantage over this Batrider in the mid lane.
Yeah, really, that's a good point. Without that magic wand, I don't know if it if he's able to make that turn in the first place. Getting that first blood prior, certainly allowing him the opportunity to make that happen. But yeah, Pudge having that great setup from Crystal Maiden with that Frostbite that you're talking about, and he's already 2 for 2 on the hooks. At least that I've seen on screen.
Another.
So.
He just got another hook down bottom onto Tofu. There's a lift back, and it looks like Tofu will survive. No, but maybe not, actually. A couple more right clicks from Gardic. He's gonna...
Well, Ace is the one. He has to be careful now. Yeah, 3 seconds on the hook. He doesn't even need the hook. Can he get the hook on Rubik? Oh, no. Yes, he go! I thought he had it. That tickled a little bit, but you know what? They get the core. They get Beastmaster. They're fine.
I am happy we're seeing a Pudge, and he's using Meat Hook. A lot of these Pudges these days, they just go for these tanky builds, the Rot, the Flesh Heap. I mean, he's going to go for those 2 spells still, but we've seen, full hooks already. Like, playing Pudge with a setup, it's a lot more fun this way.
Yeah.
Tiny, not having so much fun.
No, he's dead, and that's unfortunate. Caught off to the side against the Templar Assassin and Enchantress, of course, but finally, Gaimin Gladiators on the board. But yeah, again, first time personally getting a chance to see Hokori. I'm loving what I've seen here. This is they're a fun, high-octane team.
This mid lane is being demolished by Analog. We've got 5 last hits on Batrider to the 15-8 on Shadow Fiend, and it just snowballs. When you're losing an SF lane early on, it gets out of control fast because he just builds up all these early souls, and you're just, you're just sad. He's blasting everything, he's denying everything, and gets all these extra mangoes if he needs to spam you with raises. It's rough.
Yeah, I mean, 87 base damage compared to the 48 of Batrider. Yeah, it's good luck last hitting against that.
Down bottom, Rubik
here,
playing with fire, very low in health, and there is a meat hook available, but for now, Rubik A-okay.
Yeah, but you're always having to play very scared, especially since Pudge has shown that he can land those hooks, kind of walking up and positioning himself. Even Ace is unsure how to feel about this.
Oh, CM has the frostbite. There we go. Reel him in, and Tofu goes down.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's a lot of these position 1 Pudges, we just see them rotted up and kind of run at people, not really go for the hook plays. But maybe this does have a bit to do with the Crystal Maiden Parent, right? We were talking about that. It's a free setup with the hook for that frostbite, which is now level 2.
Yeah, it's nice to see, and this is an early game that Hokori off to a fantastic start. With that said, gold-wise, it's kind of even. You look at the top net worth difference, and they haven't really pulled ahead. In fact, it's a very minor lead for Gladiators, so the laning stage is at least a bit of a wash, largely because Enigma Vitali is not having the best time in terms of this top lane, which is kind of what we expected. The first big Enigma got counted pretty badly.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I think if you're Hokori, you're fine with that. But speaking of the top lane, Celery might be in trouble. Yeah, third Malphus stun, and that is a kill. Kill the core. Gladly take it. Bottom lane, Pudge, he was running in, but no.
I think he's close to that vitality boost. Almost has the Vanguard. Very close to killing Ace. He TP'd to his tier 1 and had an extra long TP, it looked like, because I guess Rubik had just TP'd back to lane, so... Oh, Pudge, don't lose your courier. Okay, he's fine.
He'll be good. But 6-1 start for Hokori, and we keep looking back at that Shadow Fiend. What is the Shadow Fiend build here? I assume it's going to be the physical build.
Yeah.
Obviously the right click, yeah. Okay.
Hook down bottom again. They've got Tofu. Can they get the rod in? Yep, he's caught. Another kill going their way. They're just adding up all the fleshy, but if they got Ace too, no, they're not level 6 on Pudge. I was like, wait a second, this is 5.5 minutes in. But yeah, SF build, definitely right click. I think with the Pudge, it's like the only build you want to go. Like it kind of covers the Pudge's weakness, which is like single target physical damage. If you're doing mid SF with like a traditional carry, you may go magic damage, but right click damage is like, yeah, Dragon Lance into SMY or BKB, Silver Edge type stuff.
Sure. Well, he's going to need to do some damage here. Crystal Maiden baiting out, we'll call it. Bat Rider going to be chucked right back in, and one more auto attack needed. There we go. Crystal Maiden barely alive, but managed to stay alive, although Shadow Fiend being pulled right back in, but the wall and charges are plentiful. Still taking some good damage. Also, this Hellburst Smasher being annoying, but the freeze comes out, and now that thing's dead. So Shadow Fiend stays alive, and yet another kill going his way. It's 3-0 right now, and you do see the Dragonlance has been queued up now.
3.5k net worth. That's having an amazing time in this mid lane. Even farms an extra creep wave on low health before Bat Rider returns, so getting full efficiency from all of his farming, and this is a really good side. 8 kills to 1. They're just having an amazing time in this early game laning stage.
Well, we can't forget about the Templar Assassin at the top lane. I know he's not doing as good as the Shadow Fiend, but it's about 3,000 net worth currently. So TA, his own Dragonlance, very similar to right now what the Shadow Fiend is building. He's farming up here in the jungle.
Yeah, I think for Hokori, you're thinking it's going well, but this is not the stage of the game that you're worried about. It's that kind of 15-minute mark when TA gets Deso and Beastmaster has like a Helm of the Overlord, and your towers are being pressured, Roshan's being pressured, and they have this vision from Hawk that's providing all this setup. That's where the game gets hard. So having a good lane stage helps delay some of those timings, but they need to, you know, keep on applying pressure with this good start of theirs.
Ace though on the Beastmaster, not having as good of a start as you'd hope for. And actually, as I say this, he's just gonna run at him, trying to block a bit.
Okay.
Good job. Hook. Ooh. Again, the tickle.
Yeah, Lumiere's just like, all right, these setups, if I'm still going, he's feeling himself, you know, he's going for the hooks without the setup. Even though he misses that one, it's great to see the classic Pudge plays there. Looking for some of the skill shots, not just the freebies.
Yeah, that was well played by Ace, though, using the board to body block and prevent Dismember from going off, or else that for sure is a kill onto him, so keeping himself alive.
Lane remains tough, but he's at least hit level 6 himself now. Not too far off the helm. Frostbite coming out, but Pudge didn't have the trajectory. Oh, he's got the hook now. Immediate roar coming in. Ace is...
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Boom's
just
coming.
doesn't
He's
matter.
got Dismember though. They may turn this and go on the Batrider.
Oh, there you go. There's a Dismember. And Theolacor will also join the party. Puts a stun out. No toss even needed. So yeah, Batrider over ambitious to make a play. Another hook, no way. Rebecca's going to hide right behind the tower. Says, you're not hooking me.
Yeah, he's tried. He's thinking about it. I mean, he's always thinking about it. And the Batrider TPing away means mid lane's been vacated. SF is just taking this mid tier 1 tower by himself. With all this right-click damage. Maxed out Necromastery and Gratius shows up, but most of the damage on this tower has already been done.
Yeah, he's not going to kill it, but as you said, a lot of damage being done. Theolacor. Avalanche is ready, but hugging the tower is that Templar Assassin. So yeah, Pudge, guess what? He's got the queue up of the Ags. That's what you'd expect to see. Already with the Vanguard and Phase Boots finished, so the Ags queued up and really benefiting from this early farm he's had. Back to the mid lane, they're going to kill the tower. There you go. Analog gets it. Tiny, trying to get away. You see the Requiem constantly being told finally goes off right there, and it does connect for the fear, but only just a defensive measure to keep Tiny alive.
They've improved. You know, the level 1 rune fight, they ditched the Tiny. Now you've got SF throwing Requiem just to save the Tiny. So, you know, Theolacor gave his team a talking to, like, you know, I may be a 4th position, but you guys got to help me out. We'll hasten it now.
Definitely helping.
So, nice pickup. There's a lasso here. Needs to be a little bit careful, but. Oh! He's been lassoed. And Purge. He lost the haste. Oh, sorry. He didn't lose the haste.
The
no, he didn't
haste.
get Purge. Just kidding.
No, he's good.
Nope.
Jets on out of there, as they say. So, manages to live. Yep, kind of baiting out the lasso, I suppose. Yeah, definitely gonna feel for Batrider there, as it seemed like he might have been another spot for death, but no, he does manage to make it out at least. But yeah, 0-3-0. He's farming up the jungle stack the best he can. He wants those boots of travel, but this is not the Batrider game you're hoping for, let alone the Beastmaster. Goes back to that as well, but especially Batrider. Yeah. Struggle continues. Top. Oh, that was bottom lane. All right.
Yeah.
Tofu found.
Pudge is just finding kills wherever he goes. He's just demolishing this game. I mean, with a lot of help from all of his team. The CM, same for the SF, demolishing his lane. It's a Hokori team whose 2 cores, their mid laner and their carry, are just absolutely feeling themselves here, crushing this early game.
Yeah, how is this going to translate, though? Again, you figure it's obviously looking great for Hokori, but how do they capitalize off of this lead? How aggressive do they need to continue? They've got tier 1 tower top and mid. What more do they need to be doing here?
I think right now it's keep being aggressive. Ideally, they want to be the ones who get into the Roshan pit first because of how good the Gladiators lineup is. This is perhaps a bit too soon, and they don't quite have the damage to kill it off, but fighting before TA gets Deso would be huge for them. Fighting before Batrider gets any items, he's going to have boots of travel, but you want to fight before this BKB, so there's a little window over the next kind of 5 to 8 minutes, I feel like, where they're going to be much stronger than the Gladiators.
Mm-hmm. Now, we'll say for the Gaimin Gladiators, again in that BetBoom series, the kick off the day, they had to come back in both of those games against them to win that series 2-0, actually, and they had some deficits of even 10K plus, so certainly very aware of what it takes to come back after some early deficits, which, again, goes back to the point, net worth-wise, it is only 1,000 right now, favoring Hokori, despite the 11-1 score lead.
Yeah. It's definitely a little, the kill lead's a little misleading. At the same time, when you look at where the farm is, it's in the right places for Hokori. Like, their top 2 net worth, SF is way ahead of every other core. A lot of the reason it's maybe not a bigger gold lead is their support's dirt poor. Like, true. CM net worth is pitiful. But that's fine. It's a CM. You want your cores to be having good games. And similar story with the Enigma, pretty underfarmed, but it's your offlaner who's just trying to farm some team items, like get the Wraith pack going.
That's a fair point. So, big picture, when you zoom out a little bit, Hokori...
Meteor down bottom could be in trouble.
This is a big kill for Gaimin Gladiators. Can they secure it? There is help coming in for the Crystal Maiden, but I don't think it's going to matter, although the Dismember, that's just delaying the inevitable. So, yeah, that's the kill that Gaimin Gladiators needed to start finding an opening to claw their way back into this one. But as they get that kill, Roshan is open now. You're mentioning this, Gods, and they're going to go for this.
It's such an important part of Gaimin Gladiators' game plan, that taking it from the Radiant side. I mean, they've got such a good start that can do this with relative ease with some good idle on micro. They are going to get a bit low, so if they get caught here, could be a bit of a problem for them, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I don't think Gladiators have any idea this is going on.
No. Especially with them just killing the Pudge bottom lane. That's definitely one of the last things they figure is happening right there, but
yeah.
Oh, very good choice.
Nice kill on the Pudge nonetheless. You kind of got to punish that over-aggression when he just sticks around that enemy, your tower for a little bit too long, and he's kind of doing it by himself.
Batrider bots have been finished, working on the BKB now. Mentioned Boom. Bit of a struggle earlier on. He's certainly recovering, but still work to be done. Tiny's going to see him farming up a stack over here in the jungle. There's a Hellbear Smasher toss back, so going to make Enchantress pay a little bit. So you got this Aegis now. What do you do with this Aegis here, Hokori? You really push the issue again?
Yeah, I think you're using it to kind of control the map a bit. I think right now Hokori's they're trying to farm all 3 lanes, which is maybe a little bit too greedy and kind of exposes you to what happened earlier with the Pudge where he gets picked off. But I think I'd like to see Pudge like push out this bot lane as quickly as possible and then go join up with the team. Ideally, they want to be playing more around this mid and top side of the map, trying to get the tier 2 tower top lane so that they can take the enemy outpost. But, you know, farming with Aegis is fine. I just think you want to be farming more aggressively on the enemy side of the map. Right now, I think Hokori playing a little bit too defensive for my liking.
Yeah. Well, Gaimin Gladiators, they like it, including Templar Assassin especially.
I mean, crazily enough, they're ahead on overall gold. Obviously, as mentioned, a lot of that is because of the supports, but it's still at least a sign that things aren't going all astray for them.
Yeah, it really goes back to, again, this hero kill, it really is, it's making it seem like this is a much bigger lead than it is. So, and this Templar Assassin also just got the Desolator now. So, immediately pops a smoke with his teammate. They're heading bottom lane. Obviously, it would be a big kill if they can kill the Pudge down here, but I don't know about that.
Oh, they've seen Celery here in the trees. He just poked his nose out, and Helicor's there. Oh, gets juked. Celery breaking ankles. He ran north when they went south. He just managed to sneak his way out of there. And bottom lane.
Bottom. Yeah, the Primal Roar is going to be used, but a lot of TPs coming in. Not worth it at all. Crystal Maiden, the freezing field. She eventually is cut down by the axes, and boom! Oh,
how did that miss?
That hook. I thought that was hitting for sure. The angle was there. The reach was just not long enough. But Templar Assassin, this is a big one. Black Hole, you might as well. This is a big kill. Secure it, they will. So Templar Assassin out for 40.
And they know this Batrider is maybe still lingering around. Doesn't have a TP for a few more seconds, but he'll get out of there. Pudge's other ideas is headed top and looking for the Enchantress. Can't actually... Oh, Dismember him cooldown, and there's these little shard golems, but... It's the hook, and we'll rot her down.
Well, Tofu, meanwhile, falling elsewhere, and eventually the rot's gonna kill the Enchantress, but the mid lane, that was all happening.
Okay. Yeah, Celery throwing tips to the Tiny. Not sure what that one's about. Helicor getting closer and closer to his Blink Dagger on Tiny. When they get this Blink, it just feels like they can really up the tempo as far as the plays that they're making.
TA back into it now. TP's to the bottom lane. Takes advantage of that farm being pushed up. But yeah, Beastmaster making the kill happen onto Enigma. Has that Ancient Thunder Hide. Thanks to the Helm of the Overlord. So he kind of found his groove. And yeah, man, I remember saying that Ace was struggling early on in the laning phase and third core on the team as far as farm goes. Well, not so much anymore. He has really stepped it up. 9,000 plus. That's just Beastmaster, I suppose.
It really is. Like, you suddenly hit this mid-game point where, like, your teammates rotate to your lane and suddenly the enemy abandoned the bottom lane and he's just got a free tower. He had free farm through not just the bottom lane, but the jungle was farming Ancient. So Beastmaster's just this amazing mid-game flash farmer, but he needs to use this farm now because some of his teammates have not been so fortunate with getting that same kind of space.
Speaking of space, the top lane being heavily pushed in. 30 seconds on the Aegis for Shadow Fiend, so Fortification will come out to try to deter them and make this take as long as possible, but Hokori will eventually get the top tier 2. And now they make their way to the bottom because that's exactly where Gaimin Gladiators is, and they're smoked up to get down here.
Well, they defend this one. It's really hard when you're not set up. The TA trap in the bottom trees also means TPing in will get scouted, so yeah, they just have to give this up. So both teams trade tier 2 towers and trade outposts, but here come Hokori ready with this smoke to try and bypass some of this vision.
The hook, it hits Enchantress. Saw him taking over the outpost, so a free kill on Enchantress at least, but the rest not going to be so free. Gonna lock TPs in. Obviously, Gaimin Gladiators, though, that'll be their getaway as they also get some creep kills before they do.
Pretty big rotation just for an Ench, though. Like I mean, they keep their outpost, but they'd love to get some more of these core heroes. Like the Black Hole and the TA, you feel good about that one. Just 5-man smoke and killing an Ench, not quite as good.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Definitely not as satisfying for this Radiant side. And in fact, you see again, it's loving the tips coming out here. Enchantress throwing one the way in. Shadowfiend says, "Oh, you got me. Big deal."
Yeah. And she's like, I got your courier, so I think that's why the tip came out.
Oh, okay.
But from here, yeah, curious to see where Hokori go. I think they still have a lot of momentum, particularly now with this tiny blink dagger. They have another playmaking tool, and it's going to be paired up with Pudge also having a blink dagger. So they've got 2 of these heroes that have this instant jump catch. And SF is reaching that level 15 mark, which means presence aura affecting buildings. So now Hokori have some pretty strong push of their own.
Radiant's top tower is under
That's something to take advantage of, certainly, if you're Hokori.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Expect them to start seeing group up and take advantage of that in the near future. Mentioned Pudge with the Ag's finish. He's, of course, got the blink now as well, and might come into play soon here. He's finds Beastmaster nearby. Can't get the jump on him, though. He just sees all the army of Beastmaster.
And his teammates are headed this way. They're looking to connect, and Tiny a bit far ahead of the rest of the team, but will find Ace here. Doesn't want to go until the rest of his team are nearby.
He has blink.
Yeah, being very patient. Now the trap scouted him out, so blink canceled.
That's unfortunate. So there was a chance there. A little bit of a window, it felt like, but yeah, unable to capitalize on it.
I kind of like that he waited and didn't just instantly jump when he was in blink range, because his teammates were actually too far away. So if he blinks in there, he maybe gets a toss back, but he's almost certainly going to die, and they not guarantee any kill on whoever he initiates on. So I think smart of him to play that one a bit more cautiously.
How about Shadowfiend, by the way? Very high priority going the butterfly.
What, TA Beastmaster, I guess. I mean, SF is one of these nice carries where most of the kind of stat or right-click items work, so you just kind of want to itemize for the given game. And against single target right-clicks, against TA, Butterfly is an annoying item because TA doesn't like to build MKB, definitely can and may do so after seeing this Butterfly, but it's just a good item.
Radiant are scanning.
The red timer gonna wear off for Roshan. It's gonna be about a little over a minute spawn for Roshan. Oh, engagement though, Ace.
Seen Enigma. Gets the Wraith packed out. But that's not gonna save his life.
No, Primal Roar lockdown, easy kill. Tiny now, he's next in line, being slowed down. Sticky napalms continuing to add up. The Wild Axe is cut through, and even that ancient granite golem is beating his face in and ends up getting the kill on a Tiny as well.
Yeah, I mean, Enigma had the sentry, saw them, knew he'd been scouted with the Hawk flying over, but you know, you're an Enigma. There's no Blink Dagger, and you've got this Gladiators lineup that just runs at you with a Drums Beastmaster. They just move so quickly, and now they storm their way to the top lane, take a tier 1 tower. So Gladiators, some of the moves they're making are just very decisive.
Okay, what? I don't know if you caught that up, but the double damager was pulled up on the ledge by Pudge for Shadowfiend to come over and take it. He went over to take it, and then Rubik hooked the rune back on his side, and so Shadowfiend ended up just killing it instead. And it just that was some funky interaction there.
That was a fun game. Stolen meat hook though. That's an amazing pickup for Rubik.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's an illusion. Has an Aether Lens as well, by the way, on the Rubik, so even more reach.
Yep. And the hook with the telekinesis is pretty brutal combo. Definitely something they have to be very careful with their positioning about.
It feels like, though, they got this Butterfly, no MKB yet. He is going to start working on it, but this is kind of that window, right, for Hokori. Like, you got to take advantage of this massive farm on Shadow Fiend, specifically the butterfly pickup.
Yep.
You can't just sit back and static farm.
No, they're kind of trying to play around Roshan, but I think the fact that Rubik has Meat Hook kind of actually screws over a lot of the moves and plays they can make. They need to maybe get a smoke and be the ones getting the jump, but first it's Gladiators, again, making these moves aggressively, smoking up. They've got some good ways to scout. They get the ward on the high ground cliff, and now they see Hokori.
There's the jump. Pudge is found. Oh, the hook back onto the Crystal Maiden, I believe that is. Tiny going to do what he can with the stun, but Pudge, he's dead. He buys back immediately. They do kill Enchantress in the process. Analog means slowing down, trying to get close enough to get any kind of auto attacks in. Can't really find any actual hero targets. Templar Assassin. Blink in. Billicore. Toss back onto the Rubik. On the high ground, though, is that Batrider, so they will kill Tiny. Rubik, he buys back immediately. And they just continue. So technically nobody dead just yet. As the buybacks flow in. Pudge, he, remember, bought back himself. Has to be careful. Analog. Lumi jumping back in. Goes for the Dismember. In a bad spot, though, for this. Was a Templar Assassin. It's going to come at a cost for his own life, but they do get the kill on a TA, so worth it, likely. Batrider's also tossed back, and now it's Hokori winning this fight.
Tiny gonna get picked off going way too far forward alone, though, so in the end, it comes at a pretty heavy cost. Diebacks on 2 heroes.
Yeah.
Analog has a Manta style, so he shouldn't be able to get chased down here, so 2 diebacks, but worth it if they get this Roshan. They got 3 kills out of it, including the so important TA. They can't really just walk into Roshan necessarily.
It's awkward, yeah, because it's like they want to secure it, but just by himself, that he really can't.
No, they don't want to just run in there. The vision that Gladiators can get from the Beastmaster and even just 2 supports are enough to kind of scare them off the Roshan pit. So Corey gonna have to wait for another good fight, and the big issue is, like, because they were diebacks, their respawn timers are just so much longer. So all of a sudden, it's like a 3v5 for a little bit. They did not want to get caught inside Roshan with a potential respawn from the Gladiators heroes. But now that their Pudge and Tiny are respawning, they're like, okay, let's get back in. Now being scouted, walk right on top of them.
That's Eidolon's assisting. Here comes Beastmaster, the Alpha Wolf is
got a
sent
blink.
in.
He
Waiting
needs
for the
to
right
catch
time. The Requiem. The Requiem coming. Oh, but the lasso hits, and now Shadow Fiend on top of the black hole. Going to be used as well, but the Aegis is snatched by the Batrider. So Boom picks it up. He will die. He's going to be resurrecting, though. Off to the side, you got Templar Assassin living. You know, for the time being, lost his teammate to Rubik, though, but the cut down on Shadow Fiend. He has buyback, not using it yet. Meanwhile, it's going to lock down Pudge using the Dismember on Templar Assassin. The auto attacks trying to kill the Enigma. It ain't going to work. And Templar Assassin is dead. Enchantress also locked in place. And despite losing the Shadow Fiend and the Aegis, Hokori will come out on top of the fight.
Yeah, they somehow win the fight. Beastmaster, by the way, there was a he got denied by SF. I think Enchantress enchanted the illusion, so it counted as a deny somehow. I'm not entirely sure. But yes, apparently the SF denied the Beastmaster. Even though he's on the enemy team, so it should be a kill. But I'm pretty sure that's, I mean, it's kind of like a bug, not a bug, but it's like, I think it should be like Enchantress denied him, or he denied himself.
Sure, yeah. That is some funky stuff there. Well, but anyway, again, the big picture, though, how about that? Like, the fact they lose the Shadow Fiend, they lose the Aegis. No, that's one of those things. It's like, yeah, he's been around for so long, guys. It's like, wait, what the hell is that about? But
I'm just getting kited.
that's huge. Yeah, this is something, by the way.
Is he gonna die again? Boom's just kind of toying with him, but luckily, Lumia's got some backup to play around. But the SF just hidden like a truck in the Roshan pit, even though, you know, a heads-up play coming in from the, you'll see it here again, the Batrider preemptively BKB'd knowing a potential Requiem was there, and the Black Hole tried to secure the Aegis, but Boom was just so fast with the Aegis pickup. Really nice play from him, and somehow SF just life-stealing his way through this all. I thought he was just going to die so much faster.
How did that deny happen? I mean, we're trying to see it right there, but...
I think he enchanted the illusion after the right-click had already gone. Okay. I think that's the way. If the right click's mid-air and you enchant the illusion, it like counts as a deny. So like the attack happened maybe when SF owned the illusion and then suddenly Ench owned it. I don't know. So that's my guess.
No, that makes sense to me as far as the logic there, sure. So All right, well, anyways, back to everyone being alive. Is Satanic now picked up by Shadow Fiend to go with that butterfly, so not surprising. He's just bigger and better. He's also almost level 20, and I think that's kind of another spike, of course. That +3 damage per soul taunt is massive. That's a BKB. TA. No! The Dismember in trouble. Uh-oh, this is a big kill if they can get it. Tiny comes in as well, and they secure it. 70 seconds. TA's out for.
Yeah. And you mentioned the SF hitting level 20. He's going to combine that with the Aghanim Shard, which is a really nice damage burst tool as well. So, Butterfly, Satanic, this SF is just massive. The Paladin Sword really synergizes with what he wants to do as well. So, tricky situation all of a sudden for Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, finding himself in a tough spot. Templar Assassin still working on that MKB. I mean, almost has it. If it wasn't for that death, pretty much would have had it now, but of course dying not only has to wait to resurrect, but to farm the MKB, and now this tier 3 tower top lane. Don't know if they're going to be able to really defend this without the Templar Assassin, confidently at least.
No, feels like they're giving this one up. Even with no Aegis in hand, the SF is just someone they don't have an answer to. They're just split pushing bottom. Ace is just sending his summons with the drums and hoping for a bit of a trade here.
Well, not really going to get the trade, but getting a lot of tower damage down there, as you mentioned, with Ace pushing. The racks back up top, the melee racks, they want the kill on it, and they're going to get it. So the top rack's completely cleared out. Templar Assassin is now back. Ace, though, is going to get the bottom tower, so it feels like, you know, considering the situation, not too bad for Gaimin Gladiators. Just to get something out of it.
And Ace doesn't get picked off bottom or anything. In fact, he's got Boom, who's TP'd down here, but in fact, the entire Gladiators team, they're coming down to this outpost. They want to take a fight, it seems.
Well, that's because they got to jump. That's Tiny, the support Tiny. It's going to be a quick kill. Well, that's all it'll be for now.
Yeah, the gig's up a bit, though. Like, once you reveal that, I think Hokori are like, okay, bottom side of the map, not the best place to be. Let's just get the hell out of here, go farm some Ancients, and set up for... I mean, it's kind of early to set for Roshan, but at least that's something they're going to be thinking about right now. There's 2-2 towers, so they're not really looking at any kind of another high ground push anytime soon.
We got Shadow Fiend. Again, now he is level 20. You mentioned the shard effect that he has. He has another 3,000 gold saved up and gets him inside that. He's thinking about a Linkins, but he's also smoked up with his teammates as they head into his own jungle. Ooh, the Hawk, but of course being smoked, they're good.
Yeah. Does look like Gaimin Gladiators know about this one. Batrider TP's out, although TA's still in the neighborhood.
Dire's middle tower.
Now, starting to see a bit of a fall off as far as non-SF heroes on the Hokori side, particularly with that dieback on the Pudge. Lumiere's farm progression has slowed down quite heavily. It really is all in on the SF as far as their late game goes.
Yeah, it definitely is. Noticing that as well. So, the overall net worth continues to be really similar story of just very, very close, really, in this game, and still feels like so much could potentially happen, but, you know, a big black hole from Enigma certainly could be a game changer, and he's got to blink to allow him to do so. I'm still, of course, there's plenty of stoppers on the other side, but...
They know where the TA is. They found her.
But there's a black hole. Just remember to follow. Yeah.
Perfect awareness. They saw the trap, I guess, get cast, so they knew TA was nearby somewhere in the trees, and they just instantly blinked forward. With the gem on the Enigma, they're able to find the TA. That's such a big find there. I thought the TA was honestly being pretty clever, just got a little bit too greedy by throwing out that trap, and Hokori pounced.
Yeah, I mean, being clever is greedy, but why is he even down in the first place? You gotta, but sure, it's easier for us to say that, I suppose, but Templar Assassin dead. That's
so costly. That's just a lane of racks off of that one mistake, and honestly, Hokori being so fast to respond was definitely impressive. Yeah, but I totally agree. You're right, though. If you're down there, don't show yourself. Don't risk it, because you just lost a lane of racks for your team.
Well, definitely well played by Enigma to start that off and allow that catch to happen. Ace continuing to do what he can, at least.
Yeah.
And that's doing the Rat Dota now. He's going to start pushing the top lane, gets a response.
Feels tricky though. You've lost 2 lanes of racks, means there's just gonna be constant pressure coming your way. Makes it that much harder to contest next Roshan as well. And Hokori can just wait for that black hole cooldown before they take another fight. They'll probably be playing a little bit passive for the next minute or so. There's no rush right now. Roshan, you know, we'll see that timer in 20 seconds time about how long they're gonna have to wait for it. And of course, yeah, as mentioned, the black hole, something they don't want to really take a team fight without.
Oh, Gaimin Gladiators, they want to take a fight. All 5 smoked up. See Pudge the Haster, I'm gonna go for it. There we go. The Lotus Orb though! Oh, what a Lotus Orb reaction! Fiddly in the background. Gotta kind of cut them off. The Brahma Roar catches Enigma. Freezing Fuel being channeled as well. The Dismember helps to kill the TA. TA's out for another 70 seconds. Ace is now in trouble. It's gonna be run down. You see those auto attacks and Shadowfin, how much damage they do. That BKB is gonna be wearing off in a second. And the third core is going to go down for the side of Gaimin Gladiators. So another very successful fight for Hokori. Oh, it almost got better. Once again, Pudge.
They're tipping the Tiny. Tiny's the one who had the Lotus Orb. Even Boom himself, the Bat Rider, he tipped Tiny for that play. He's just like, dude, he insta-blinked last turn. He was so fast on it. And he still got the Lotus off. That's just a game-winning play right there. Honestly, Tiny, just for that play alone, is probably the MVP of this game.
Well, catching Templar Assassin in the jungle, those reactions of Enigma, and then exactly right there, Tiny with the Lotus Orb, absolutely agree. I mean, that's just mega creeps. It was just 1, 2, 3 with the racks, you know? They pushed top racks, kind of just, it was a TA kill that they got earlier right at the top lane. Yeah. Same thing, bottom lane. And now this one to complete it. So the mega creeps are spawning, and I know Gaimin Gladiators is hanging in this one, but it's just all but over at this point. The tier 4 towers are now dying as well. One's already killed. There's a buyback from the Beastmaster, but it's going to be a 5-player smoke reset. And I mean, Roshan is up, so they could, I suppose, just go back there and secure a Roshan if you're Hokori.
Yeah, this is TI Dota. No chances. You get megas. You're happy to back off and take a Roshan because you don't want to leave anything to chance or to potential throws. And Gladiators, they've smoked up, but they're not going to be able to get out to this Roshan pit in time. It's gonna fall before they get here. The Hulk is gonna be flying on out, but I don't see this working.
No. Nope. Analog picks it up. They got the Ags on Enigma, it looks like. Black hole upgrade as the hook hits, gets a push back, and Enchantress gonna be Dismember. The long range Dismember there, but easy kill.
Oh. Now they can go for that killing blow down the mid lane, go for that last tier 4 tower and the throne. We'll see if there's any defense for the Gaimin Gladiators side. It's going to come down to some kind of like lasso into fountain or something, it feels like. It's just hard to imagine that working. This SF is getting so massive. And finds a double damage for getting ported around by the meat hook too.
Extra mobility, nice. Let's go. Push down middle lane, they say. Double damage here in this match. The Lotus Orb already applied. What do you do? The answer is you ain't got much of a choice for Gaimin Gladiators other than just auto attack and hope for the best, I guess. I mean, your Ancient's dying. You got to try something here.
It's getting a little bit low.
Dump. Oh, that's going to be the Lotus Orb play once again. The black hole in the backline stopped pretty quickly. Caught TA, but again, stop doesn't really matter though. Shadow Fiend still well alive. Templar Assassin cannot say the same. She is dead. Bat Rider gets a lasso off at a Pudge, only to die a couple of auto attacks later. And let's go ahead and say Hokori is going to take game 1 against Gaimin Gladiators. Impressive performance. I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing, God. This is a fast-paced team. They love to play fast, you can tell. And they're playing well.
Oh, very well. And I think on the Gaimin Gladiator side, not the cleanest game. I mean, the game where you give up this many kills in the lane stage, like you can lose the lanes, but you shouldn't be losing lanes by getting killed again and again. I mean, the solo kill mid followed up by like a bit of a chain feed down bottom. You know, things like that. It's hard because once you give up one kill, it kind of can snowball out of control. And they did a decent job farming to get back in the game, but then they kind of threw the game away a bit more with some of these kind of